Hey everybody, so this is a review of the Porter Cable PC70THD, also known as half-inch hammer drill, 2-speed, 7 amp. So this is going to be a quick review of this hammer drill. I specifically bought it for one purpose, and it's essentially we bought a gazebo slash canopy thing for our patio, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to fasten it to the concrete pavers out there so it didn't fly away if we had a series of strong winds or anything like that. So I went and bought this from Lowe's. I think I paid about $60 for it. So some of the features on it: it's a half-inch chuck. It's also a hammer drill. It's a hammer drill as well as a regular drill. So, and you can turn the hammering function on and off, and then it's a high and low speed. So let's go look at some of the features and I'll show you the actual drill. Alright, so here's the actual drill. So when you open up the box, you're going to get a couple things. You're going to get the drill itself. You're going to get the handle, right? And you're also going to get the depth gauge. So the handle is essentially just a plastic molded handle with a bolt going through it right there. And so what it does, it just slips over the body of the nose of the chuck, and then you just tighten it, and then you can position it any way that you want. So it's a 360 degrees of movement. And the way the depth gauge works is you set your initial depth, and then you slide up and down, and then once you dial it into where you want, as you tighten the handle, it locks the depth gauge, so it doesn't move. Personally, I didn't use this because all I did is when I was drilling for tap cons in the concrete block, all I did is I took a piece of tape, I threw it on the drill, and I used that as my depth gauge. So whether you use that or not, it's up to you. So alright, so as far as features of the drill, up front you have a high and low speed, 7 amps. Essentially this is just a dial, it locks into place, and the dial is plastic. But this whole gear set is all it's all metal. If I was to take a guess, I would say this is a magnesium case. The back is plastic, and the handle is all plastic. But the important stuff, where the hammering is going to take place, this is all metal. And and then you have a traditional half-inch keyed chuck. And then if we flip it over, this is where you can turn the hammering on and off. So right now, it's set for hammer mode, or you can set it for drill mode. So hammer and drill. So this switch feels like it's plastic, but that's fine. So, and then there's the back side with the vents and the specs and everything else. So I use this to essentially drill into concrete pavers, like I mentioned before. And I used it to drive 1-inch tap cons into through the canopy and into the block. And so I used it for that one job, and so far the thing did great. It really went through the concrete blocks with no issues. It probably took about 20 seconds to drill each hole about 1.5 inches deep. So I couldn't be happier with it. So, another reason I bought this, not only because it's a hammer drill, but it's also a regular drill and a half-inch drill, and this thing has a lot of torque. So I always wanted a half-inch drill, but I really couldn't justify just having a half-inch drill just for the sake of having it. So this being kind of a dual role thing, it's nice to have. Whether I'm going to use it for anything other than miscellaneous projects around the house, who knows. But again, it's always nice to have something like this in your arsenal when you need to do some high torque jobs and stuff like that. So So far, for what I've purchased, what I originally bought it for, it did the job very well. No complaints. So that's pretty much it. If there's any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and put them in the comments box, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.